On December 5, 1872, a brigantine ship drifted erratically in the vast Atlantic Ocean under ragged sails. No one stood at the helm, no souls wandered the decks, yet the vessel remained seaworthy and intact overall. The Dei Gratia spotted her, hailed without response, and sent men aboard to uncover the chilling truth inside. Captain, his wife, young daughter, and 7 crewmen had vanished without trace, leaving behind an enduring mystery forever. This is the story of Mary Celeste, the ghost ship whose enigma has haunted the world for 150 years. Our tale begins in 1860, in Nova Scotia's Bay of Fundy, amid extreme tides and thriving shipyards there. Joshua Dewis, a local builder, relocated to Spencer's Island, seeking protected shores and abundant timber for his venture. With investment from Spicer Brothers, he laid the keel of his largest ship yet in the fall season. Workers shaped wood by hand slept in executive homes as the frame rose through the harsh winter months. By spring, the hull was completed, salted, dried, caulked, and fitted with sails imported from nearby cities. Launched successfully without incident, the brigantine was christened Amazon, measuring 99 feet with 198 tons. Her first captain, Robert McClellan, newly married, set sail, but fell ill with pneumonia before clearing the bay. He died ashore, his body returned home to his grieving widow, marking Amazon's tragic maiden voyage delivery. Under new captain Jack Parker, the ship snagged fishing wires in Maine, then collided with another brig in Dover. Repairs followed as she plied Atlantic routes, Mediterranean trades, and West Indies cargoes under various commanders. In 1867, Captain Thompson beached her suspiciously in Cape Breton, violating insurance terms for winter sailing. Owners abandoned the vessel, which changed hands quickly amid suspicions of fraud and underhanded sales deals. Wrecked again in Maine, she was auctioned in New York, bought cheaply by Richard Haynes, who renamed her. Mary Celeste, now under American flag, evaded import duties with claims of extensive rebuilds twice the original cost. Haynes sailed her into debt, leading to seizure and sale to James Winchester, a former sea captain. Winchester discovered rot, rebuilt her, adding a deck, increasing tonnage to 282 tons total. He sold partial interest to Benjamin Briggs, who became captain for the fateful voyage to Genoa, Italy. Briggs, a devout American family man, brought his wife Sarah and toddler daughter Sophia aboard the ship. Their son Arthur stayed home for school, while 7 crewmen joined, including mates, cook, and Prussian sailors. Loaded with 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol, they departed. New York, November 7th. Moored at Pier 50, they enjoyed family time music letters before towing out amid fog and winds. Anchored off Staten Island for 2 nights, Sarah wrote her final letter home as weather cleared. 8 days later, Dei Gratia followed the same route from Hoboken, carrying petroleum under Captain David Morehouse. Both ships battled rough seas, storms, howling winds, gigantic swells, tossing vessels and crews relentlessly. Mary Celeste sighted Azores November 25th, her log noting position near Santa Maria amid pouring rain. Fumes from alcohol cargo, likely built up unvented, holds creaking under pressure from temperature and storm changes. On that morning, a break in weather prompted opening hatches, releasing toxic vapors, causing alarm and groans. Crew panicked, fearing explosion gathered, essentials launched. Lifeboat tied to ship and climbed aboard for safety. Winds whipped up suddenly, sails caught, gusts pulling Mary Celeste away, snapping the line, dooming the boat. Rough seas swamped the small vessel as winds blew them offshore toward open ocean and certain peril. Mary Celeste drifted eastward unmanned for 10 days, her holds flooding through open hatches, taking water. Dei Gratia encountered her December 5th sails, tattered, no one aboard, erratic course raising immediate concern. Mates DeVoe and Wright rowed overboarded, found empty decks, wet cabins, unmade beds, child's impression visible. Pumps worked water 3.5 feet deep, food supplies intact, log stopped at November 25th. No signs of struggle, belongings left behind, lifeboat missing, rails damaged, suggesting hasty, desperate evacuation. DeVoe took command with 2 men, repaired sails, pumped water, sailed her 600 miles to Gibraltar. Arriving December 13th, the ship was seized, pending investigation into the crew's mysterious disappearance at sea. Court hearings began under Judge Cochran. Prosecutor Flood, suspecting foul play, murder, mutiny, or insurance fraud. Sword under Briggs's bed, rusty, not bloody, no blood traces on deck, disproving violent theories quickly. Divers inspected hull, found no major damage, wounds from axes perhaps, but no evidence of piracy. Salvage award granted to De Gratia crew, 1/5 value low due to lingering suspicions of involvement. Winchester claimed ship paid fees. Continued voyage to Genoa, cargo delivered intact despite some leakage. Theories swirled: murder by crew, piracy, earthquake, waterspout, even sea monsters or alien abductions over years. Arthur Conan Doyle fictionalized it as Mary Celeste, sparking renewed interest but muddling facts with invention. Most likely explanation: alcohol fumes vented, causing ship to groan, crew feared explosion, abandoned temporarily. Tide boat lost in sudden squall, never returned, dooming 10 souls to the unforgiving Atlantic depths. No bodies found, no wreckage sighted. The ocean swallowed their fate, leaving only the empty vessel. Mary Celeste returned to New York, sold at loss, haunted reputation, deterring buyers for months afterward. New owners sailed her West Indies routes, but misfortunes continued. Horses died en route, captain perished. Sold again, she carried on until 1884, when scheme to wreck her emerged. Overinsured with worthless cargo, Captain Parker intentionally grounded her on Haitian Reef for insurance payout. Plan foiled, investigator uncovered fraud. Crew returned money, avoided death penalty but met untimely ends. Owner, captain, mate dead within 6 months. Investigating ships lost soon after, with all hands aboard. Wreck remains hidden until 2001, when explorers found remnants embedded in the coral reef. Artifacts recovered: deck nails, copper sheathing, ballast rocks, confirm her identity at Age of Sail Museum. Spencer's Island today holds monuments, homes, shipyard ruins, echoing the vessel's cursed and bizarre history. Local tours, campouts explore the beach where she was built, inviting visitors to ponder her legacy. Mary Celeste symbolizes ghost ships, her story retold in books, films, inspiring wonder and speculation endlessly. 150 years later, facts obscured by myths, yet the core mystery endures unsolved and captivating. What truly happened? That stormy morning near Azores, why did they abandon a sound ship? Did fumes spark panic, or something darker lurk below decks? We may never know for certain. The sea guards its secrets fiercely, swallowing tales of the lost, leaving us with echoes only. Briggs' family crew vanished into history, their final moments a puzzle pieced from fragments alone. De Gratia's discovery sparked investigations, but answers slipped away like waves receding from shore. Theories persist, practical to fantastical, each attempting to fill voids left by the empty decks. Alcohol vapors, groaning timbers, hasty evacuation, sudden storm, a logical chain yet unproven definitively. Or mutiny, murder, conspiracy, hidden motives buried with the dead in ocean's silent embrace forever. Mary Celeste drifts in our imagination, a vessel unbound by time, carrying enigma across generations. Visit Nova Scotia, trace her origins, feel the tides that birthed this legendary maritime riddle. Museums, artifacts, stories preserve her tale, inviting you to unravel threads of the unknown. As winds whisper over Fundy Bay, the ghost ship's shadow lingers, challenging us to seek truth. 150 years of questions, no closure, the mystery deepens with each retelling passed down. What secrets hide in her logs lost to waves? What fears drove them into the boat? The Atlantic holds the key, silent, vast, eternal guardian of the Mary Celeste's eternal puzzle. In the end, she remains the ultimate ghost ship, her story an invitation to wonder forever.